Okay, so for our sample problem 1 in weir, we have a flow of 11 cubic meter per second passes over a suppressed weir which is 4.6 meter long. So when we say suppressed weir, this is actually a rectangular weir. The total depth upstream from the weir is 2.44. Using Frantis formula, compute the velocity approach, head of the weir, and then height to which the crest should be placed to carry the flow. So since we have a rectangular weir, so mag-drawing muna tayo. So let's say ito yung sides ng ating channel. And then we have a crest height. So yan ang itsura ng front. Label ko na lang para mas ma-visualize siya. And then for the side view naman, ang itsura niya ay ganito. And then for the water, be using blue. Medyo tagilid lang ang drawing ko. Okay. Okay, so yan yung drawing ng ating pinaka-suppressed weir. So dito, meron tayong binigay na given that the discharge is 11 cubic meter per second. Now, so sabi dito, it is 4.6 meter long. So pagdating sa length ng isang rectangular weir, ang tinutukoy natin dyan is this one. So ito yung kanyang L na equal to 4.6 meters. So yun naman yung perpendicular sa drawing na to. Now, merong binigay na total depth upstream. So si upstream basically nasa nanggagaling yung flow. So from way before the weir mismo, ito yung tinutukoy niya na total head upstream or total depth upstream na 2.44 meters. Now take note that from the weir mismo, so ito yung tinatawag nating crest height P and then ito yung head over the crest. So for part A, ang tinatanong is the velocity approach. So for the velocity approach, ito na natin solve. So we can solve the velocity approach using the formula na Q is equal to AV. So given naman yung ating Q, to get the velocity approach, basically we need to use the area ng flow before makarating doon kay mismong weir. So we'll be considering a section from this part na merong height na 2.44 and the perpendicular width na 4.6. So we have a Q given na 11 cubic meter. So take note yung Q na yun, kung ano man yung Q niya upstream, yun din naman yung Q niya downstream. So it still assumed to be a continuous flow. So 11 is equal to, so ang area ng flow natin, so we'll be considering a section dito sa part na yan, no? So dito, meron na kasing harang na weir. Pero ang kino-consider natin is a point way before nung mismong weir natin. So merong area ng flow, ang height ng flow doon is 2.44 and then ang width niya is etong si 4.6. So we have area na 4.6 times 2.44 and then we have velocity approach. So for the velocity approach, we have 0.980 meter per second. Okay? For the next part, tinatanong ano yung head of the weir. So ano daw yung value ng H na to. So hindi pa natin alam kasi hindi rin natin naman alam ano yung value ng P na to. So basically dalawa yung unknown natin. So una mo nang tinatanong yung H. Now if you can recall yung mga formula natin ng weirs, so lahat naman sila ay formula ng discharge, no? And then ang nandun is basically L and H. Majority of the formula basically yon. However dito, to compute for the head, since for the part A, nagpa-compute siya ng velocity approach. So you need to expect na at least yung sinolve mo kay part A, dapat magamit mo siya kay part B. Kasi di ba meron tayong dalawang formula for Q ng rectangular weir. So one is considering the velocity approach and the another one is neglecting it. So for the Q, considering velocity approach, next slide ko na lang siya. So for the Q, considering velocity approach, we have a formula na. So CW, L, H plus velocity approach over 2G squared. And then this is raised to 3 half minus VA squared over 2G, quantity ng raised to 3 half. Okay? So sa ating problem, wala namang binigay na value ng C or coefficient of discharge, but it stated na gagamit daw tayo ng Francis formula. So pag sinabing Francis formula, the value ng CW is equal to 1.84. Kaya ang ginamit ko na din na formula is yung naka-CW niya dito. Pero if ever na walang binanggit, basically we'll be using 2/3 C square root of 2G. So gagamitin natin ito kapag mayroong binigay na value ng C. Pero kung wala ring binigay na value ng C, no choice tayo, mag-Francis formula. Okay? So this is the formula, and the value ng Q given to be 11. So salpak natin value ng CW from Francis, that's 1.84. And then L is also given, that's the 4.6 na width or length ng ating suppressed sphere. Siguro gawin ko na lang curly bracket ito. And then this one is the bracket. So H na hinahanap plus ang VA natin, yung na-compute natin kay part A, that's 0.980 squared over. So for the 2G, as usual, we'll be using 19.62 raised to 3 half minus 0.980 squared over 19.62. So dito, you can manipulate it using algebra, no? Pero I suggest you ShipSolve it since isa lang naman yung ating unknown at hindi naman siya nasa ilalim. So I think hindi naman matatagalan ng calculator pag ShipSolve siya. Okay? And if you do that, the value ng H natin is, that's around 1.149 meters. This is our answer for part A. Now, if ever na sinabi neglect the velocity approach, so mawawala lang naman ito. So you'll be using so if neglect velocity approach, so ang formula na gagamitin sana natin, Q is equal to CWL H raised to 3 half, wherein CW is 1.84. Kaya nga lang, since pinasolve na sa inyo yung velocity approach, most probable, ang solution natin will be considering the velocity approach. Okay? And then for part C, ang tinatanong naman, height to which the crest should be placed to carry the flow. So ang tinatanong dyan is yung P, the crest height. Now, from the depth upstream, yan ay total 2.44. So dito naman, kay part C kasi, dito ko lang siya isulat sa kabila. So si part C, from the figure on the previous slide, we can express that P, the crest height, plus the head causing the flow na H. So equal siya dun sa total depth upstream na 2.44. So we substitute the value ng H, 1.149 equal to 2.44. So we can get the value ng crest height equal to 1.291 meters. So this is now our answer for the part C.